Talking about Gil.
Who is 35.
He's Mr. Caring and Charismatic.
And he's going to tell his friends that he's getting married at first sight.
So again, he's not telling family, just like the person he's marrying. Only friends.
Only friends, yeah.
And his friends generally think that it's a prank. Like,
yeah.
They really think that he's joking.
Yeah. They say they never expected this. Ladies love him. He doesn't need this. Yeah, yeah.
And at some point, someone says, what if you're not attracted to the girl? And he says in return,
what if she's not attracted to me? And they, yeah.
And that might happen because Myrla, the girl that he's supposed to be marrying, specifically says that she does not want any bald guys.
Yeah, and as Pastor Cal said, Gil is a bald man.
Gil is bald.
Yeah.
This shot of Pastor Cal saying Gil is bald and Myrla is being superficial, while Pastor Cal, a bald man, stares directly at the camera and says Gil is bald and Myrla is being superficial, was so far the highlight of this season.
Yeah.
For me. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Pastor Cal says, oh, you don't like bald guys? Well, I and my bald friends have something to say about that. So
here's a legal arrangement in which you will never escape a bald
Yeah, enjoy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
funny.
we'll see if she's maybe not attracted to him. He seems like a very handsome man.
Yeah.
He's a firefighter.
Yeah.
I think he's attractive.
Yeah. Yeah, he says women like him, but none of the women he's dated have seemed like wife material. So maybe he's a little picky. I don't know. It just doesn't work out sometimes. He seems like a perfectly handsome and somewhat bland man. He seems like, although I'm saying he's bland, but he's really into the fact that he is Colombian.
He was doing his little salsa dance with Dr. Viviana.
Yeah, he said he's been salsa dancing since he was a little kid.
So he thinks of himself as kind of spicy. He also seems to think of himself as someone as other people see as selfless and caring because he's a firefighter.
Yeah.
So he also seems to be like performing for other people in kind of a vague, nebulous way. That doesn't seem to be like how the camera affects the other couples, if that makes sense. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
He said, others see me as selfless and caring. Weird. I mean, maybe. But maybe just go be a firefighter, man.
Yeah.
But that's what Pastor Cal and the other experts were banking on as far as like sort of social capital, because he doesn't really make as much money as Myrla would like her husband to make, because she's got that fresh last Friday that she's got to keep on point.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be a potential point of conflict. So it seems like they're really kind of building those up with these two. Looks a little rough.
Shaky foundations.
Yeah.
What is he looking for in a relationship?
He said he wants a wife to come home to. He wants 90s R&B type love. So, he's I'm not going to do it. I plan a bunch of references to a bunch of 90s R&B. He's looking for a real love, like Mary J. Blige, but he might find out that, as Belle Biv DeVoe said, that girl is poison. We'll leave it there.
Dad,
I have more. Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I'll just go all day.
Went to high school in the 90s. What can I do?
Nothing you could do.
Yeah.
He said that he loves the phrase leap of faith. Not that he loves taking leaps of faith, or even that he's like a person who has faith and stuff. He just loves the phrase leap of faith, which is another one of those odd wordings of your internal stuffs. But he might just not have a lot of experience explaining what's going on inside of him.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, I always want to remember to give people the benefit of the doubt. Just like this is a weird thing, and they're trying to talk about themselves to a camera. And I know that a lot of this stuff is taken from different interviews and different times and kind of spliced together. So I'm not, want to go a little easy on people and their self-expression because, as we all know, it can become
it's
one of those things.
It's difficult.
Kind of.
So he also says that he has trouble relating to girls because his job is mentally demanding.
Right. Yeah.
He's a firefighter, and he talks a little bit about some trauma from his childhood, but being a firefighter, you're the first on the scene in a traumatic situation, so you have firsthand experience with like very difficult life events that are maybe once in a lifetime for some people, but for Gil, he could potentially see really rough stuff every day. So to have someone to come home to that understands that his day was really difficult, or maybe understands that level of vigilance or kind of that level of needing to just have some space, or however he deals with it in a healthy way, would be really important. So I feel like that checks out and makes sense to me as far as what he's looking for in a partner. But he talked a little bit about
his so it seems like we've got his potential ongoing trauma related to his job, and then we also have his childhood trauma, which is pretty intense. His dad was killed in a home invasion when he was 14, which has resulted in what he's said are some pretty serious issues with trusting strangers, which makes Married at First Sight seem like an odd choice. I was joking that it's like exposure therapy.
Yeah, and I was joking but he doesn't seem to have a real therapist, so
right. Yeah,
we'll see how this goes.
That's a tough one. I do think, though. I mean, one thing that I could see as maybe a mark in favor of Gil and Myrla as a couple is just they both seem to really want safety and to value safety. So even if he maybe cannot provide so much of the material safety that she's looking for, because he just doesn't make a ton of money as a firefighter, that the fact that he's like strong and capable and is a just
literal hero,
archetypal hero.
Yeah, will run into a burning building because that's the profession he chose freely. Yeah, that might give her some comfort.
Yeah, also she mentioned that she likes bearded guys, and although he doesn't have a beard, I think with about 20 minutes of like good concentration he could probably have one. He looks like he could just will a beard into existence. He's
Absolutely.
very, very manly. So perpetual 5 o'clock shadow. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Do we want to give a vote on this?
Sure,
on these guys?
Let's do it.
I'm saying, honestly, all that hopeful talk aside, I'm gonna go with no. I don't see them making it. Just in my heart or my gut or wherever. How about you, Kristen?
I'm on the fence, but they're both kind of at an age that if love can happen at all ages.
That's true.
For sure. But it does seem like the younger couples on this show peter out a little faster than the older ones, and this is an older couple, so
yeah, they've had a little bit more time to get sick of failing.
Love.
Yeah, as they put it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it a yes. I think girls that I know like Myrla, they always like firefighters. And if anyone would ever be with girls that I know who remind me of Myrla, it's firefighters. And if we can find those good men out there who makes someone else feel safe, maybe they'll do that for the rest of their lives. And I think we're going to expect a lot of big, blow up, crazy fights.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This couple is going to be drama all the way to decision day, which I think will end in a yes.
Okay. All right.
That's my
I hope
prediction.
so. I hope so. I want I want everyone to fall in love, and I know that when we actually see Gil and Myrla get married, I will be convinced that they will love each other forever and have as many babies as are needed to fulfill whatever their life's dreams are.
Or whatever prophecy Pastor Cal is working towards fulfilling.
Yes.
In his life.
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. He seems pretty interested in love and marriage and everyone having lots of babies. Babies.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.